Hi Sagittarius, welcome. Time for Love in the New Moon. This is a general love reading for all Sagittarians, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. That card got really sticky. All right, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. What's going on in the world of love? Ooh, that Magician really wants to come out. What's going on with you? Maybe an Aquarian? But I feel like you're at that point where you're ready to just manifest what you need. If you're not going to hold up, whatever it is. Because I feel like you have been in a position where nothing has been working out. And now you're at a point where you want to turn things around. So, yeah, I feel like you're coming out with like some real confidence. Like a knowing, like you're focused. And it's like, you know, I'm tired of things not working out for me. I'm going to make sure that things start to turn around. I think you're willing to take a risk. You're confident. You're looking good. You are looking very, very good. Very solid. I have to say, though, I wonder whether there's a Leo around you. All right, so, yeah, you grab control. Because I think you were in a place where things were a little tumultuous. You know, like you're heading towards things that are just a little bit calmer, a little bit smoother. Maybe you walked away from somebody. You finally opened up. I mean, there was a real imbalance between you and somebody else. And I think you hung on to a relationship for a long time, even though it was not working. And finally, it's like you get in a boat and you finally get to a place that is a little bit more peaceful. So I feel like the reason why you are feeling so good right now is because you're coming into your own. You're single again. You're happy. You know, it's like you've got a big monkey off your back. Sometimes, you know, when you're at that point where now the relationship's over and you've got to pick up the pieces, that's an opportunity for you to really move on. I mean, you were involved with somebody who made you very angry. And I think emotionally they might have been a little older than you. I feel like they might have been a little older than you. But I think, you know, they pushed it. And there was like the straw that broke the camel's back with you and this person. And finally you walked away. Because I think whoever it was you were dealing with, I think that emotionally they loved something much more that they weren't willing to give up, that you couldn't live with. And it's probably, that was like the catalyst. You know, sometimes it could be anything. Like here, you know, with the King of Cups, I often see the King of Cups reversed as somebody who might drink a lot, you know, and that leaves them emotionally detached. For me, it's very hard to see like an older person, and a king is an older person who still is emotionally not with it, so to speak. So something keeps them from doing that. And with all these cups, I can't help but think that, you know, maybe they didn't want to let go of, you know, their addictions. Maybe they didn't want to let go of a past relationship with somebody that they were really connected with, you know, and they got in the middle of your relationship with another person. But I see you working hard, you know, and you're in your place. I think you've come to terms and you're happy on your own. That's a really good place to be. I think it's important that you deal with all of the demons that are coming through for you, because this relationship was pretty intense, and it was one that was not easy to let go of. I think they hurt you a lot with this Ten of Swords reversed, but there was no winning. I feel like every night you would go to bed and it's like this was never going to work. Like this person, you know, I hung on to it as long as I could. I mean, you really did. And now you're dealing with the aftermath. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, maybe I gave in. Maybe I should have, you know, tried a little harder. Maybe we should have gone to counseling. Maybe. But the point is that you can say all these maybes, but you're much better on your own, aren't you? Without this person. So that's your recent past, okay? So I think you're picking up pieces, and I think you need to focus on what's really working good for you, not on what was not working. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't keep harping on the past. Stay focused on the front. You're focused. You're feeling good. You're looking good. If it didn't work, it didn't work. see what else we got coming out on the table for you. Cards want to jump. Yeah. See, this is you breaking out of this, I don't know, I think you felt a little trapped in this relationship. I mean, you hung on. You hung on as long as you could, you know, and I think now as the tides start to turn, you know, like that wheel of destiny starts to turn, you start to see that maybe this was for the best. Because there was a lot of conflict. There was an awful lot of conflict. But there was more conflict than good. Look, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Yeah, I mean, you guys were together for a long time. And I think you saw that there was a part of this relationship that really had a lot of strength to it. I mean, is one of these things where together you could have made it work, but there was like interference. Like there was something that was hidden, that was interfering with all of this. And I think it was the fact that emotionally they couldn't detach from their past, and you know, you were trying to make a future with them, and they weren't letting go of their stuff, but you were trying to let go of your stuff. I mean, just complicated. Yeah, but putting this to an end, this wasn't easy. But I think you started to see that you had to have more vision towards your future. Yeah, so you ended up, you know, I think, look, when we start with a clean slate, okay, from the bottom, wipe away all of the residue, and it gives you an opportunity for a fresh new start. I mean, this is something that you're afraid to do it. I mean, you're afraid to move on, but I feel like you're being encouraged. Really, close this door with this person. You don't need them. You've already shown yourself that you're good on your own. It's just it's like these memories come up. You know, maybe, you know, something triggers you. You hear a song on the radio or something. And then all of a sudden you fall back and you think, oh, gosh, maybe I gave up too quick on this person. I don't think you did. I don't think you did. You know, but closing the door is easier said than done. It really is. And you don't really want to close the door all the way, shut it tight, bolt it, throw away the key. So I think you're on that precipice of all of that. You know, but look, you're working on something, and you're working really hard. And when you work very hard on something, and you start to channel all of your energies, okay? Start to channel all of your energies towards whatever it is that will get you out of your head when it comes to your person. Then you know what happens? Someone shows up. And I feel like somebody's about to show up. You know, so you have to just let the process be. Stay focused on your work. Stay focused on you. Stay focused on what you want and your needs. And then you're going to call in somebody who is truly your equal. Yeah. You know, don't feel like this is the person that got away. This person wasn't really good for you. And it wasn't going to work. It just wasn't going to work. We have the Two of Cups here reversed. It's like, you know, this fish jumped out of this cup. I mean, they got away from you probably to save you. You know, they took what they needed. They got what they wanted. They weren't putting any work in. You were the one putting all the work into this relationship, and you were the one that, you know, ended up hurt because they weren't going to give up whatever that interference was that was between the two of you, and it was what you couldn't live with. That's why I think maybe it's an ex. You know, sometimes we get involved with people since this is an older person. Maybe this person was married before and had kids, and they have an ex, and they spend an awful lot of time with their ex, and you don't like their ex. What are you going to do? Right? You can't, like this is my life, me and their ex and this guy. Or this girl. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, or maybe it was drinking. Maybe, you know, this person just loved to drink too much and you weren't somebody who wanted to drink. Then what? You know, it's like, oh, great. They're drunk. What are you going to do? You know, because when somebody's drunk, they're not present, right? They're just not there. I mean, it's that kind of an energy that I feel that you were dealing with this person. There was another variable that was getting in the way of the two of you ever moving forward. And either you had to accept that variable or you had to move on. So I feel like you decided that, you know, you were done. You couldn't wait around. You couldn't make this work. You've been hurt enough. I mean, this was a long road going up there. And it's almost as if they do something, that last fight that you have that actually sent you running. I mean, it took that much for you to finally say, I'm done. You know, but you're tempted. You're always tempted to go back. Because you know if you go back, they'll take you. But, again, do you really want to go in that direction with somebody who's not going to put the work in? I don't know. I don't think so, Sag. I don't think so. So get out of your head, all right? Just get out of your head. All right, let's get some advice for our Sagittarian, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Look, you're so depressed. You're doing so good. You're doing so good. You know, when that song comes on the radio, turn it. You know, your favorite restaurant that you guys would go to all together, don't go to it. You know, you've got to break the cycle. Break the cycle. You know, no communication. This person, they weren't in it. They weren't in it. You know, as much as you think that they probably loved you, they didn't. They couldn't. Emotionally, they could not. Oh, my goodness. See, and I think they want to come back. I think they think about, oh, well, maybe we could get back together again. And it's one of those things where when you think about them, like really, like, it's like you can't get them out of your mind. Chances are very high that that's what they're doing over on their end. And they're thinking about you because you guys have this telepathic kind of connection. We do that with most people. We have that connection, especially when we've been really intimate. You know, so maybe days go by, right? And all of a sudden you realize, like, wow, I haven't thought of Harold in days. Gosh, I'm really moving on. And in that moment, all of a sudden, gosh, you can't get Harold out of your mind. And it's like, Harold, 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 Harold. You know, well, chances are you probably connected on some psychic level with Harold, and now Harold's thinking about you. They'd take you back in a heartbeat, I'm telling you. They would. It's up to you to decide, is that really what you want? Because they're waiting for you. Because they're always waiting for that. So I think you need to see the whole big picture. It's like you don't really want to look at, you know, how bad it was going, you know, but you start to see every day that you are farther away from this person, you start to see, you know, how damaging the relationship really was. I mean, you were swallowing swords over here with this person. I mean, you need to really look. Really look. See, now you're feeling good. You're confident. See, and you go from being the Queen of Wands to like this Empress type of energy. Like you are totally in control. And you're starting to see things clearer and clearer and clearer. And then a new opportunity comes your way. A new one, an open door. One, I think, that will bring just what you need to finally close this chapter once and for all with this person. Because you emotionally are much more mature than this person. That's why they're waiting for you to come back, because you always have before. But this time, I don't see you going back. This time, I think you're tired of being so guarded, because you know if you go back, you're just going to get hurt again. This person is going to do the same thing again, because they didn't get rid of that variable. You know, either the ex is still floating around, or the drinking's still happening, the gambling's still happening, whatever it is. So, well, that's quite a few cards. Yeah, I mean, this person emotionally cannot commit. I mean, this is love them and leave them. You know, this is one where, well, as long as we're together, we're okay, you know, and we can just pretend that all the hurt doesn't go away. Because this is somebody who thinks that once you guys make up and you come back together again, all of that other stuff, it's just, now it's forgiven and it's gone. Well, it's not. You know, maybe on their end, but not on your end. And I think you see that there is no winning in the relationship, and you're not going to carry this with you again. You don't, I mean, a relationship like this is really hard to sustain. Do you know what I'm saying? And you don't see a future with this person. So why go back to a relationship to somebody who's waiting for you? Because I think they're waiting for you to come back. When, you know, it's just not, you're only going to be like internally always angry and upset. Because that's why you left him in the first place. Because there's a variable. There's a third element, person, thing. So it's time to focus on you and start making your dreams come true. Remember your dreams, Sag? Did you have a dream? Remember your dreams before this person ever showed up? Yeah, that dream. It's time to put this cycle to an end. I mean, this was hard. I mean, you really suffered in this relationship. I mean, it was painful. You got hurt. You got hurt a lot. And I think it wasn't just, you know, because maybe they cheated on you or anything else. I think verbally they knew how to hurt you. I mean, it was just, I just get this really ugly codependent energy between the two of you. All right, anything else for our Saggies? Yeah, and lots of secrets. I mean, it was a game. You've been playing a game with this person, hoping that it would come out really great at the end. But it's like, you know, this game that they're playing, see, they're playing chess. I mean, here you are hiding underneath. I mean, there's so many secrets that you weren't, I want to say, it's not that you weren't privy to, that you didn't want to, I want to say know was really going on. I mean, there was a lot going underneath this table. I mean, a lot of stuff. So yeah, maybe we could have had it all with this Ten of Pentacles. But there was something really not right. There was something very dark about the energy. So it's like, you couldn't have it all with this person, so why have it anyway? You know, because to stay there and to have all of this, maybe they had money, maybe they could give you a home, maybe they could do all kinds of things. I mean, you're going to pay a high price for that. You know, it's just a house. It's just bills. They'll always follow you, so what the heck? You know? Anyway, I just think you start to see much clearer. And truly, every day that you stay farther and farther away from this person, the better off you're going to be. And just remember that this person and you have a mental connection. So you got to keep your thoughts really clear. Maybe you were dealing with an Aries, but it's like you can't go back. You can't go back to this person. It's now about you. And maybe you have this secret wish of, well, maybe if I went back, it would be different. I think you need to remember, what is your dream? You had a dream, right? Time to cash in on it. Just walk away. Walk towards your dream, okay? This person was not your dream. Now it's time. You're focused. We saw that. You are focused. You are driven. You're feeling good. You're looking good. Don't let a fleeting thought take all of that away from you, because you can feel them. I mean, you're about to get things are about to turn. I mean, your wish is going to come true. Your happiness that you're really after is going to come true. But it'll only come true once you honor yourself. You know, when you get really clear on what you really want that's going to make you happy, then you will be happy. Okay? Don't be happy because they want you to be happy. See, they're going to try all kinds of tricks to get you back because they know the kind of connection you have. They're hoping. They really are, Sag. They're hoping you'll call them back. But there's no passion. There's nothing there. So, what's it going to take to get you to finally move on? What, you have to hear one more thing about them that pisses you off? I mean, it's this bond you two have created over the years, this codependency between one and another. That's what you're having a hard time leaving. You know, and I think you're trying to find the strength to move on. At least, you know, everything inside of you knows to keep going. All right, anything else for our Saggies, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? Yeah, work. Immerse yourself in what you do. Okay? Because that's where happiness will show up. It's time for you to heal and walk away from this relationship that was really not good for you. It wasn't. It really wasn't. Time for you to really stand up for yourself. Arm that sword. Sword of truth. Integrity. Honesty. Respect. Yeah. It's like you put a lot of work into this and it didn't pan out. Move on. There was too much hurt. Move on. You know this. Time for you to start living a little. Focus on your work. You're almost at your goals. You're about to live a dream. Don't let them take it from you. I'm telling you. Don't let somebody like that take it from you. All right, anything else? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Any more advice? Yeah. I think that's it. I know you don't want this to end, but it's time to put it down. All right? Call it good. There's a bright future ahead of you. And I think there's a part of you really sees that. You know that, Sag? You really see that you have a better future in front of you than what you left. So go with it. Go with that. All right. I'm going to leave it here because I'm starting to mumble. And I will see you at the next reading. Thumbs up for me if you liked it. Take what works, leave what doesn't. All right, people? That's how it is. All right. And I'll see you at the next one. Bye.